Going live with the one and only SebbyG13 and Nautical. Actually, just Yak Man now. Just Yak Man. Man, I'm so used to saying it, man. I'm so used to saying it.
It's gonna take a minute. It's gonna take a minute.
Yeah, I think our podcast listeners are gonna have to get used to that going through their ears now. It's not Nautical Yak 945 anymore. It's Yak Man __.
Yak Man.
Don't let it confuse you. You look, and you're not gonna find it anymore. Times have changed.
They've changed.
Sebby, thanks for accepting my friend request. It's crazy to think. Like, it's always weird. Like, you can be in someone's Discord and it's like, you're still not friends. Like, I don't know.
Right.
Oh. Is audio sounding good on your end, bro?
I don't know. I hadn't gotten to that point yet. I need like 2 minutes yet.
Yeah, no worries.
All right, perfect.
We'll just chill behind the scenes.
Yeah.
It's hard looking. It's beautiful.
I know, man. I know. Every morning you gotta get up and brush your beard 100 strokes. And then if you lose count.
I shaved mine this morning.
I was gonna say, I was like, I thought you had a little bit more scruff. I was like, we're all gonna be bearded up, but Sebby, we didn't get the memo, man. You should have told us. We would have shaved with you, bro.
Well, in a Pokemon world, I'd be like Charmander, Gopalm, you'd be Jamilian, and then we have Charizard.
Oh my gosh, yes. Oh man, maybe in the video we'll have to make that happen. I don't know.
Yeah.
Put that over. Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm excited. I'm curious. Like, I feel like Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say we're officially labeled as a talk show. So there's a car for you, and a car for you, and a car for you.
Yes. I mean, that's what I put us down for, because I felt bad, because I think I confuse a lot of people when I say podcast, and I don't say live, like, video podcast. And so I've tried to be more intentional with my verbiage, so there's no confusion.
It's like a blog.
Like a blog for a frog that streams. Okay, let me see here quick. Let me get you up here, Yak, on the Twitch-osphere.
I just noticed your closed caption on your starting student screen pops up. It's pretty cool.
Oh yeah, no, I figured it was a smart way, so even if the microphone does not work, or I'm muted, you can still hear me, because I made that mistake so many times. Oh, felt so bad.
There we go.
Man, let's see. Yeah.
Well, my camera really looks blurry. It doesn't want to focus.
I was gonna say, yeah. I thought it was just me. I mean, bro, I've got some glass cleaner. I've got some glass cleaner.
Here's what am I holding it?
And I've got one of those whoosh wipes for the tech hygiene.
That might be the one I wiped down with the. But I use like a alcohol pad, little screen wipe.
That's what I always do.
Evaporated into the misty air.
All right. Let me. Well, you know what? While we're chilling here, I'm gonna just drop that we're live. The one and only SebbyG13. Where we at? Let's get this post copy and pasted everywhere. Drop it. Sub, like, share, subscribe. Yo, Pikachu Thunder, what's up? What's up? How you doing? How's it going? I seen you two playing Fortnite. I see you two rocking it.
What I like about Pikachu Thunder is if you look at his name, it's actually Thuther. There's no N.
Yeah,
what? No, don't do that to me. No. Why would you do that? I didn't realize that.
You just go straight to Thunder, but there's no N.
Oh my gosh. It's like one of those, like, what is that effect called? Where, like, in the real world you assume
Mandela.
It's this. The Mandela effect. Oh my gosh. That could be on the show right there. Pikachu, you're going to be famous. Even more famous.
Even Pikachu, though, is spelled wrong. It's Pick-a-Chew.
You're busting my chops here, Sebby. I feel so ignorant.
His name is like those things. The longer you look at it, the weirder it gets.
You're gonna see two of my favorite streamers. Yay!
True.
All the streamers. Yeah, we're just getting set up here, spreading the word that people have heard. across the land. That's where sometimes like the bots just don't catch it until like you're already 15 minutes in. They're like, "Why didn't you say anything?" I did like 15 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Respect the grind, respect it.
You never listen.
That's not true. What were you saying? See. Oopsie. Okay. Let me quickly here. I'm gonna drop off a few more. Yeah, just let me know when you're ready, and we'll go live.
I think I'm as ready as I can get. There's not much I can do with my camera focus, so.
True. I mean,
You know?
but while they listen with their ears, though, just imagine Yak standing out in a lush green field, beard flowing in the wind as he's talking. That's
more people will
accurately what's happening.
More people will be listening than watching, so.
This is true. This is true. All right, let's do this. Oh wait, let me adjust this quick. Grid. There we go. And we are officially live. How is everybody doing? How's it hanging? I'm super excited. We've got the one and only legendary SebbyG13.
What is up?
Speedrunner, retro gamer, graphical content creator. Like your scenes and your screens are off the charts. Like I remember you like finished building the city or whatever, bit by bit, and you're just like, I built that. And I'm like, what? I thought you just like copied. No. Above and beyond.
Yeah.
And a Twitch streamer.
Yeah, I had to create an 8-bit world for my 8-bit character.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were admiring that last night, man. You do some nice work there.
Oh man.
Takes you right back into the retro days of gaming for sure.
Yeah.
It takes you right back into the retro days of
Oh man, that's
the idea.
Yeah, no, because I mean you start out with like the arcaders and then flopped it over into I think you were telling us a little bit about like your story.
Yeah, so it started where I was inside an arcade machine. Then we dove into the machine, so it looked like I was inside, like in between, I was like inside the console. And then I'm like, you know what, let's go outside, and I created an outside world.
Wreck-It Ralph Part 3 with SebbyG13 ? Coming to theaters this fall.
Disney, what's up?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, because Yak invited me over for some pizza the other day, and I was just like, yeah, man, we're getting SebbyG13 on, so we pulled you up. Like, Yak has just changed the setup, and like the desk and everything looks beautiful.
Oh, yes.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, we were admiring everything. So I guess that leads me into like what got you started into streaming? Where did you begin? Like, was this something you just like woke up and you're like, you know what, I'm gonna do it?
Well, for the longest time, I've been my brother's mod on Mixer. For like I did it for about 6 months or so, and he kept telling me I start streaming, it'll be fun. And I actually started as a PUBG streamer, and I played PUBG every day, every time I stream. And I did all the mistakes that like beginner streamers do.
Follow for follow and like
follow for follow. I didn't do raid for raid or host for host because I didn't have anybody. But a lot of people who were watching me was watching also my brother. So it was like a competition.
So you're saying
like,
your brother got you started into streaming?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, when I started streaming on Mixer, he had like just over 1,000 followers. So like a lot of his viewers were watching me as well. So, but I wanted to like branch out, and playing PUBG all the time, I found it was very repetitive. Like you jump out of a plane, you land on the floor, you die. Then you jump back out of a plane, you land on the floor, you die. It was always repetitive, and after a while, I started losing interest in streaming. So then, I think it was in 2019, like around December, I decided to make the change to retro. I always go back playing those Mario games, or like I always bust out my N64 or my Super Nintendo and keep playing those things. I'm like, people would probably really enjoy watching some older video games. And Mixer didn't really have that platform. They were just starting out, giving that platform for retro streamers until they shut down.
Yeah, the demographics and all that.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And then I think my first retro game I streamed, I believe it was Donkey Kong Country. And my first, actually no, it wasn't Donkey Kong Country. It was Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. That's always
original
like
classic.
that was my very first retro stream game, and that's when I got my very first viewer that wasn't connected with my brother, and it made me so happy.
I was gonna say, yeah, like just that branching out. Like, could you? I mean, yeah, unless you have another question, but I was gonna say, like, could you like delve into more of like you literally just started out saying all. I'm just thinking of the listeners here. All
Yeah,
the mistakes that beginning streamers make. I did
yeah,
like all of them. We've all been there. Like,
yeah.
what do you think were maybe like the top three? Like
Give us the dirty deets.
the ones
Uh,
that you think kind of stunted your growth the most, maybe, just to help
yeah.
those out there starting out.
Well, follow for follow, that's like number one thing. Like you just don't do it. Like I did it as a beginner streamer on Mixer. I gained about 300 followers doing it,
Oh
but no one was
wow.
yeah, but no one was watching me. And then
Yep.
within a month or so, I lost them all. Like they would just keep
Oh.
Yep.
that's the
Everybody
thing with
unfollows.
yeah, that's the thing with follow for follow is they expect to get support, but they don't want to give it back.
Yep.
And that's what follow for follow is. It's just it's a one-way street. And after a while, they start unfollowing, and then you see that number drop that keeps dropping and dropping and dropping. And that's how like your spirit starts getting crushed because you're like, what am I doing wrong? Well, you're doing follow for follow. That's what you're doing wrong. And then, but one thing I never did, and I'm proud of it, is I never go into other people's streams and start saying, "Hey guys, I'm about to go live," or self promote and stuff.
Right.
When
Oh,
I
Oh.
go in other people's stream, I'm there for the streamer. I'm not there for myself.
Oh man, Yak and I
Yeah,
think even Pinky just did a video on that recently.
yeah,
He's like top 5 things not to do in a streamer's stream, and
yeah.
like I
yeah,
think
Don't
all
do
of
this.
them.
yeah,
Oh yeah, I will say like that's the thing. Like there's a huge difference. Like I think that's it. Is I can't remember who to. I think it was Mikey Perk or whatever had said he's like you want to have more friends than you want to have streamer friends, which sounds really weird, but when you think about it, it makes sense. When you're building community, you want it to
Yes.
be people you mutually have a friendship or relationship with.
yeah,
You don't want to just be living with that mentality of oh, if I do this for you, I'm gonna get this back.
yeah,
Because it's gonna crush your spirit, as you said.
yeah. Definitely like my twin brother, so Kirby the Tank. His first stream was a million times better than my like 50 streams on Mixer when he first started. He had like 14 viewers, he got a couple of followers, but the
Wow.
funny part of it all of his stream is he only went live to show me a video game. He didn't actually went
Oh,
live to go live.
wow.
He was playing Generation Zero. I've never heard of the game, and my brother's like, "Well, I guess I can go live and show it to you." And he's sitting there with like he got like 5 followers. He had like 14 viewers, and I was like,
Oh
Oh
my
my.
"What am I
gosh.
doing wrong?"
Oh man, I was like,
Right?
I was waiting for that hype zone.
Yeah, but like my brother at that time, he wasn't really thinking about streaming. And after that one stream, even though he had a good run, he didn't go back live for a while. I don't think he's never been live on Mixer, and that was just like one and done.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, he
wild.
wasn't like big. He was all about playing PUBG with his friends, and but he was never serious about streaming like me and my brother was. Yeah,
Fair enough.
but he had a good run.
That's crazy.
Man, I know some people are just like they just come hot out of the gate, and
Yeah,
it's just like, man, it's crazy to watch. It's always interesting to me.
it is. Yeah, like some people they'll like fly off the shelf right away. Other people they have to like work really hard. But the thing is, you can't quit. You have to keep pushing. If something
Yes.
isn't working, it's not because you're doing it wrong. It's just because you're not doing it well. You just have to keep working on it, and like the whole retro thing, the way I do it is like I do speed runs every week, and sometimes the run isn't going well, but I just keep pushing it because one of these runs are going to be the right one. Like
Yeah.
That's true.
on YouTube, you can watch all the if you look for a speed run, you don't find the speed runs that are doing bad. You only see the good ones. But like how many bad speed runs have they made to get to that video?
Yeah, I was gonna say, I always that's the one thing I wonder is like
Right.
I don't know, I think Yak was talking about this when we first started, is there's like this one YouTuber that will do 100 drops on the same spot on Fortnite and talk about what they
Luke.
have learned. And I'm like, I
Yeah.
could never the level of insanity, I would
Yeah.
lose my mind.
Yeah, Luke the Notable.
There we
That's
go, yes.
that guy's got to be a glutton for punishment because he would pop out video after video of I did this in Minecraft for 100 days. I did this on Fortnite, 100 drops in this spot. And it just oh man, it makes for great content, but
Yeah.
holy mackerel.
The struggle and the progress, I tell you,
Yeah.
like, because I watch you, and that's the one thing like that blows my mind and surprises me is how do you. I guess you have such a good sportsmanship when it comes to those things. Like for Yak and I, we're extremely competitive, and like,
Yeah.
okay, well, guys, we're done. Stream is over.
Yep.
We're signing off for the day. Whereas Sebby G's like, we're good. Like
Yeah, we got one more in me. We got
yeah.
one more.
We were
Yeah.
talking about that last night because when we reached that point, we're like, no, walking away. We're done. We've had enough. This game is BS. We can't take it no more. This can't handle it. Like,
Yeah.
like ready to uninstall it. And you're just cool, calm,
Yeah.
cool
Cool
as a
as a
pickle.
cucumber.
Just,
I mean,
right?
in the very first Super Mario Bros, that first Goomba, I still died to it. Surprisingly,
Oh,
I still died to
that's
that
funny.
very first Goomba. Because like I tried to go too quickly and then I hit the block right into the Goomba. It just
oh
it
my
happened.
gosh, that.
Yeah.
Because that sets off your whole groove, and then if you keep doing it, I feel like I don't know when you do like speed runs and you make the same mistake over and over and over again, like
Yeah.
you eventually get good at making that same mistake over and over again. I think that's part of the fun and part of
Yeah.
the struggle of it, right?
Yeah,
It's
like
the journey.
how did you manage to do that mistake? Practice. Lots and lots of practice. Yeah.
Oh
And
my
then
gosh.
yeah, but yeah, for the Super Mario World 1 though, I think it was on Mixer or no, it was on Twitch because I still have the clip. It was like early on when we did the transfer over. I was sitting in Deactivated's stream and he was talking about how someone challenged them to do it blindfold. And I was going live in a couple hours, and I'm like, you know what? When I go home tonight and I go live, I'm doing that challenge.
I
It took me
remember this.
yeah, it took me 5 tries, but I did it blindfolded. And the way I did it is
Wow.
it's all muscle memory. You know, like I know World 1-1 pretty well, and I know there's that one pipe. As long as you can get into it, you can beat the level. And I know it's always the third pipe in. So I'm jumping, and then I hear that I hit the first Goomba. I'm like, okay, good. There's a pipe there. I'm gonna jump over the pipe. Then I hear Mario hit the 2 other Goombas. And I'm like, all right. After this pipe, all I have to do is a long jump, and that'll get me to the next pipe. And as soon as I landed on the third pipe, I'm holding down and moving forward like little by little. Then I hear Mario go in. And I'm like, I'm gonna beat it. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, like it.
That's
But I mean, it's
great.
just literally like that just goes to show like streamers and when you're passionate about it, like
Yeah.
it's not like a backbreaking challenge. Like it's a fun challenge, and you're literally
Yeah.
like listening for every little detail as you
provocative.
picture it, which just like
Yeah.
blows my
Well, like
mind.
yeah, like the first couple tries, Mario. I hear Mario jumping, and I'm thinking I'm progressing into the level, but I'm just jumping in front of a wall. I'm not moving. But in my mind, Mario is moving, and it's pretty. It was pretty funny to watch the replay.
Oh my
Here I am.
gosh, we'll have
Here I
to.
am jumping.
If you have a link to that clip after the
Oh,
podcast,
wow.
you'll have to give that to us so we can slap it on. Like I think people would be really interested to see that one.
Yeah.
I know I want to see that again. I think I only caught a bit of it. I just remember it was like, why is he blindfolded? Well, I can't ask him because he's not paying attention to the chat. And I think
Yeah.
like I just lurked and moved on. But I was just like,
Yeah.
what is going
Oh my
on?
gosh.
Oh,
But yeah,
Google
it's a fun challenge. I've seen people blindfold do the blindfold run of Mario 64, and it just blows my mind. Like how
that's a lot more
how-
challenging for
Yeah,
sure.
a lot more. But yeah, to me it seems impossible, but people have done it.
Man. Yeah, I don't think I'd get very far if I did that.
No,
I mean, it's a
Tarkov,
fun
man,
challenge.
do it
Too
in
much on
Tarkov.
all my senses. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh, in Tarkov? Yeah, that would end up
You're
in-
just
in
listening
quite
for all the
random death.
sounds. Oh,
That
mean,
game
like-
is bad enough for the sounds when you have sight, but when you don't have sight, man. Now I kind of want to do that now.
Yeah. Like you take the
Like-
game you play all the time, just do it. If you're playing Tarkov or you're playing Fortnite or you're playing like Rocket
Friday
League,
night.
just go blindfold and see if you can at least get one
I was
kill.
gonna
or
say
stop.
if I could get Undertale or something, I'd tell you what, that would be amazing. Like
Yeah,
memorizing the
Undertale
patterns. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's like, why
Such
aren't you
joy.
moving? Oh, my hearing senses just went up, and I can appreciate the music.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Well, that leads me to like another question. Like with speedrunning and stuff, like you're the very first guest we've had that is from a different time zone. Like you're
Yeah.
located in Canada. We're in the
Yeah,
U.S. how did you balance that out? Like, there's something I like didn't stop and think about until I was talking to Yak about, and I was like, it's always late at night, but I swear it's like he's streaming U.S. times. But I mean,
Yeah.
I don't think it's too much of a time difference, but like,
It's only an hour for us because it's 4:20 right now.
Same time
okay,
zone. Okay, similar
that's not
time
so
zone. But I
bad.
think you mean different country.
I was gonna say different time zone, different country. I mean, similar things though.
Yeah.
Like, but you still like. I feel like sometimes being in a different like country, like even I know recruits here watching as well. Like just being in a different time zone, having different hours, like learning to try and be there for those different streams. 'Cause I felt Mixer was very US based,
Yeah.
and so a lot of individuals you're either a nighttime or daytime, like it's one or the other. Whereas I feel like you do a little bit of a mix of more nighttime than anything I think I've seen.
Yeah, well, for me, it's because of my work hours. I always finish at 7 o'clock at night, so I don't have time like to stream during the
Yeah,
day, except for Mondays. But then I wanted to keep it consistent, so I decided, you know what? If I stream the rest of the week in the evening time, let's just keep doing that evening time. So on Mondays during the day, I just hang out and then get ready for my stream at yeah, in the evening. But evening streaming, I find it is challenging
yeah,
because like
especially
a
after a
lot
long
like
day.
a lot of people I follow are from like Australia and the UK. Like I have a lot of UK streamer friends. Like every time I find a new
UK?
streamer, they happen to be from the UK, and I don't know why. I'm like attracted to those people. But like when I start streaming, it's 2 o'clock in the morning for them. So like so I
Yeah.
don't so I don't expect them to come and see me. But when they do pop in chat,
Man.
it's like, wow, they're dedicated. Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
You're
Like
up
it.
late. What are
Yeah.
you doing? Fancy seeing you here.
Yeah, because like when it's 8 o'clock for them, it's only like 3 o'clock here for me. So
Yeah, I've got
Gosh.
a handful of friends in the UK as well, and especially with my buddy Franklin, we've been playing a lot of Tag You're It lately on Discord because I'll go to hit him up, and he's apparently just gone to bed after being up for hours and hours and
yeah,
hours, and then I'll go to bed and I'll wake up and there'll be a message waiting for me that he tried to get a hold of me, but because he's in the UK, it's just enough of a time zone difference. It makes it difficult, but
yeah,
I don't know. That's one of the things we've always loved is
Oh
meeting
yeah.
people across the planet
yeah. Well,
and
I don't
making
think
those connections, man.
yeah, like without streaming, I don't think none of us would have actually met other people from other countries the way we have now. Like I have
Yeah.
so many great friends from like
Yeah.
overseas that if I go, say I decide to go like to London, well, I know I have a few friends there that I can like crash instead of paying for a hotel.
Oh, I'm just gonna sleep in Big Ben. I hear it's pretty quiet.
Yeah,
Right.
Dong.
Yeah. It's quiet until the gods come and arrest you. They make quite the
Yeah.
ruckus.
yeah,
Not if they catch me first, you know. Oh man. So I
Oh,
guess that's the other thing. So I'm assuming you would agree that consistency is key, regardless of like time zones and everything.
yeah,
Having that set schedule. Like I don't
yeah.
think.
Having a set schedule, yeah, for sure.
But here's my other question for you: is what do you think is the best way of like presenting a schedule, or putting it out there? I feel out of all the other content creators I know, you have content on Instagram, you have content on TikTok, you have content
Yeah,
on I believe YouTube as well, and like everywhere, and you make your own custom graphics for everything.
yeah.
How do you find the time to do all that and like consistently put it out? And what do you find is like the most effective thing that has drawn
Well,
people into your community
yeah. Well, for
using that?
me, I have like where I work, I have a lot of downtime, and that's where I do all my graphic works. So like
that's awesome.
everything you see me like on my stream, I've done it at work because I have a lot of time on my hand,
Oh
and
man,
and I have so much time on my hand that that's why I offer to do it for other people for free
bro, we're
because
moving to Canada.
I'm just I'm just very bored.
It gives you something to do. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's awesome.
I'm just very bored. Like there are a couple of graphic thing I did. I had to beg the streamer like, let me do something for you. I'm bored. I have nothing else to do. I want to do something. I want to like make use of my free time. And yeah, like right now, my DMs are like empty right now because I've done everything.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say like you're always consistently like creating Twitch
Yeah,
emotes, Twitch graphics. I think you've been
yeah,
doing panels too, if I'm not
yeah. I've done
mistaken.
panels. I've done overlays.
And
I've
for
done it all
free, for free. So
for
if
free.
you're listening and you're starting out and you're like, man, I really wish someone would help me out.
Yeah,
Check out SebbyG. Shoot him a DM. Tell him what you want. If you're in the retro
yeah,
scene, great. Even if you're not, Sebby
yeah,
loves a great challenge, and
yeah.
it's here
So
for you.
that that leads me to a question because I really enjoy doing like some video editing and stuff like that. And for me, one of my big inspirations has been like Doctor Disrespect and some of his production stuff he's done. As far as like your artwork and stuff that you do, was there like a particular streamer or a YouTube content creator? Is there someone who like inspired you that to kind of get into it or did something really cool that
I
you
would,
thought
yeah, I would
you
say
wanted to do?
Yo Metaphor on Twitch. I
Okay,
like that's how I learned how to graphic design. I just watch him do it, and
nice.
I'm sitting on my computer copying exactly what he's doing. And I did it for about 3 weeks, and I'm like, well, I'm actually getting pretty good at
Got
these.
a free course.
Yeah,
That's
yeah, it's pretty much a
awesome.
free course.
That
Yeah,
rules.
yeah. So what I did is I followed a few graphic designer streamers, and I just copied what they do. But I don't like use like the high end
Well, you use
programs. I
GIMP,
use the
which is
free ones.
free. Yeah.
Yeah, with GIMP is
I'm all
free.
about free. Yeah.
Yeah, me too. That's why, that's why I do it for free for other content creators. Because like when you're starting out, you want that expert looking, like that professional looking
The
stream,
pro
but
look.
you
Yeah.
can't afford it because you're just starting out. Well, that's why I decided to do it for free for other content creators because I could do it for free for myself. So why shouldn't they have access to a source or a resource to do it? So you can go to like the Twitch panel makers, but then it'll look generic just like everyone else's.
And that's, yeah, I think, well, I just
And
want
like,
to go ahead. I'm sorry.
yeah.
Oh.
So when I decided to do it, I'm like, I'm gonna do something that's customizable to you. You can use it if you want. You can use it as long as you want. Once you get the money and you want it to have a more professional look, then you can spend your money then. But at least you'll have something that doesn't look like the hundred accounts on Twitch that all look the same, and it's just
Yes.
very generic. You want to pop, and that's like one way to do it.
When I think that's exactly it. Like, because whenever I think of SebbyG, I think of retro gaming. I think of like you have a set style and brand. And I think the biggest struggle for many content creators starting out, classes nugget, is literally having your own brand, having your personality shine through. Because honestly, everybody's like, "Come follow me, come watch me," and I'm like, if you look like everybody else and it's just like a cookie cutter and you've just been doing imitation and not inspiration,
Yeah,
I'm not gonna stick around. Like there's nothing like they're a dime a dozen. But if I'm like, dang, Sebby G's doing speed runs, he's got his retro arcade, the Yak has the red theme and the Yak, and he's just in there and going at it.
yeah,
Like those are the things that grip people and keep them in. And when your
yeah,
panels can reflect that and bring that in, like it sets you apart from everybody else. And I
yeah,
think that's I don't know if that's something you knew at the beginning or something you kind of learned and picked up on. But I think that's just so important for like a streamer starting out to like be aware of like I think there's and I've been in this mentality of listen to the Stream Coach podcast, watch this of the YouTubers and do this. And it's like, okay, but how can I put my twist on it as opposed to I want to be just like them.
yeah.
No, you don't. You want to be like them, but you don't want to be them. Set
No.
yourself apart.
Yeah, because what they're doing is working
Yeah.
for them. But if you're doing it their way, it's not going to work for you because they've already seen it.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It's like when I started making profile pictures for other streamers, the first thing I did is look up for inspiration. And when you look for like stream avatars, they all look the same.
Oh yeah.
Every single one
Yeah.
of them. You can have a whole wall of them, and they all start blending in, looking the same. So I'm like, how can I make it look a little different? So then I start tweaking on it. I got a program that's free called Tune App. So I'll take your picture, I'll turn you into a cartoon, and I'll work with that. So
I was
then
gonna
it's just
say
Nice.
you've been doing like legendary work, and even like
yeah,
the Larry approved shirt over here,
yeah, yeah.
like
The Larry approved.
looks fantastic. Like that's kind of what you did is you took like
I took
that
your Larry
background,
and
yeah,
I cartoonified him,
and
and then
it looks fabulous. Like that was part of why I
yeah,
had this here. I feel like it's a presentation, but now it's gonna let that carry on.
yeah. That's a nice looking bender right there.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, got Larry. I mean, he's gone. I mean,
Yeah,
that's the cool part is like taking like that's the thing is I feel there's a lot of streamers where when they come to someone they're like, well, I want this or I want that or else they have no idea. Whereas for you, you're like, I want to take a picture of you and it's something that's very unique and capture that and have you put it out into the world,
yeah,
which is super super awesome.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's fun messing with all this stream stuff, man. There's
Yeah,
so much you can learn if you network and you're willing to talk to other people and get to know their story a little bit, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, because like when I started streaming at the beginning when I was the PUBG streamer, I was only in it for myself because like I wanted to be bigger than everyone else and I had like the wrong attitude. But once I became a
We've been
retro
there.
streamer, I was like I want to show like the people, especially the young fans nowadays, they don't know like the original Mario. They don't know how it looks like. They've heard of it, but they never actually
They
played
don't know
it.
the
So
foundation of
I
true gaming.
yeah, I wanted to show them where their gaming today looked like back in the 90s. And like 90 gaming was really hard. The creators of the games didn't care about your feelings. So like like Ghost
It's
and
so
like Ghost
true.
and Gold
Ghost and
Goblin
Gold, yeah.
Ghost and Goblin, one of the
Yes. Oh
hardest
my
game
gosh.
ever. But then
I
they
can't
came
handle
out with
it.
Super Ghost and Goblin. And
I'm
that
sorry.
game
I've
like
never heard it put that way before.
yeah, like no, they really like they really didn't care about your feelings because
Oh, that's amazing.
like if you've ever played Super Ghost and Goblin, you play like the normal like from the NES version, and as soon as you beat the boss, the princess says, "Oh, I lost my crown somewhere in the level," and they put you back at the beginning of the game, and you have to play it all over again. If you die, you start back at the point one where you have to beat it the first time, then go back to do it the second time. There's no save points.
Oh,
I
right.
saw I have that on my Super NES, like the classic, and I did it
Yeah.
I think for maybe 5 minutes, and I was so
Yeah.
fresh. I was like, I would just want to relive my childhood. This is frustrating. I'm done. I can't remember. I think I switched to
Well,
Mario or something.
that is your child right there.
Yeah.
It's frustrating.
Well, I'm an adult now.
Right?
It should be
Yeah.
doable, but
Yeah,
apparently
you would
it's
think.
not.
Yeah, it's like even Castlevania. I've watched a lot of people play it, and I still can't beat Dracula. Like I've tried
Oh,
many
my
times.
other brother, we got it, bro. We got to get him on here sometime to talk
Yeah,
about
I
like gaming
know.
history and ours growing up like that. Oh my gosh, oh man, Sebby, you'd love it too, because
yeah.
he's more of a retro fanatic as well,
Oh,
especially
nice.
on the Vania Metroid section.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
Metro was
he.
such a great series. And then like the game Zombies Ate My Neighbor. I don't know if you
Yes,
guys.
we
Yeah,
love that with the Super
yeah,
Soakers.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
yeah. So I played that on stream with my twin brother, and uh, yeah, playing that with him was like a really great experience. And we didn't beat it because there's like
Oh,
70
it's so
some levels.
long.
But yeah, the game is really, really long. It's like it's ridiculously long. But that's what I enjoyed it is that there's so much to do in that game.
That's
And
amazing.
yeah, and again, no save point. There was only the passwords. And yeah,
Oh
like
my
I
gosh,
remember,
that's right, the
yeah,
password system.
yeah, like in my basement when I was a kid, we had like this dresser, and that dresser was filled from side to side, everywhere, inside, outside, just game passwords. Like after a while, we're like, "Do you remember what this password game is for?" And we're like, "We don't know, but
It's
yeah,
there.
it's there."
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh, mark the documents down.
yeah. We didn't use paper. We just used whatever was in front of us.
Yeah, back when there was no multiplayer, man, you had to sit and grind it out and
Yeah,
Oh
fight this
man, every
pixelated boss
time just to get to World
somehow.
5 for Super Mario. Time to go. No, wait,
yeah,
we just hit the water world, Mom, no. So
yeah.
frustrating.
Yeah, one thing I did notice as a retro streamer, I get a lot of people asking me to play like certain video games because it looks retro. I'm like, yes, it's an 8-bit game, but it's not a retro
Oh,
game.
oh yeah.
Interesting. So
Some of the younger
like,
kids probably get tricked because it's still considered kind of a
well, like
video
Dead
game art
Cells.
form, art style
Yeah,
to do kind of that older looking
yeah. Well, it's
game
like
Or Into the
animation.
Gungeon.
yeah, it's like the game I played yesterday, Celeste. That's an
Yes.
8-bit game, but it's not a retro game. It does look retro, but it's
Mm.
not a retro game.
So I mean, that's the cool part I think I like too, because when people think retro streamer, like, oh my gosh, this person's all 80s and 90s Atari and like the
Yeah,
old stuff, and it's like you're more. I would say you fall under more variety. You're definitely
yeah,
more retro themed, but like
yeah,
you still play Fortnite, you still play the
yeah,
original stuff, and I think I don't know, like like the last month or so, I've listened to like a history of video games, and like I think it's such a real treat and treasure to like go back and like understand, like especially the Masters of Doom, first person
yeah,
shooters. We would not have them without it.
yeah.
Oh,
Oh yeah, the
Right?
original Doom. You just can't like you can't even look up or down. You just have to shoot and and hope you're hitting something.
yeah, but I
Yep,
mean,
no
you can get it
jumping,
in
no
like
shooting.
the Nintendo Switch store and stuff for like $5, and like relive the childhood, the game that made people question everything. Like,
Yeah, yeah,
oh,
that's true.
what? Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say that also opens up argument though, because then there's the hardcore group of Wolfenstein players who played that before Doom came out.
Yeah. No.
Very similar, but
Yeah.
oh, all those games, such classics. My
Yes.
my speaking of twins, Sebby, I've got identical twin daughters, and they're get this, they're in 3rd grade, but they love playing Doom. They
Okay.
always want to play Doom on split screen
Yeah.
and chase each other around in deathmatch.
Give
So
them a couple.
fun.
Give them a couple of controllers and make them play GoldenEye.
Oh,
Yes.
bro.
I don't have a setup for GoldenEye right now, but when I
Yeah.
do,
Dude,
Yeah.
I'm gonna teach
I've
them
got the N64
classics.
over here. I
Yeah.
have my own. I bought
Yeah.
one.
Like
We
as good
Oh,
as
if you've
GoldenEye
got
was,
it, we got to pull
yeah,
that out.
as good as GoldenEye was, the controller did not age well. Like I
no.
tried playing it, and it's like I'm gonna play the Switch version because that version is so much better.
It's so slick. It is so
Yeah.
slick. Like I really appreciate how Nintendo is pulling that back in. And I think I don't know. That's the other thing too. Like when you're starting out streaming, play games you're passionate about. Like
Yeah.
as Sebi
Yes.
said, playing the same game. And some people works great. I mean, like you look at Ninja, even he's burned out. He has to go back to like League of Legends or something. Like play
Yeah.
what you're passionate about, and if you're not feeling it, it is totally okay to switch it, but be aware, yes, it might change who watches and who stops by, but I
Yeah.
mean, do what you feel good about, um, honestly, and you won't regret it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You gotta love it. You gotta love what you're doing. You got to.
Yeah.
I guess the other thing too is like you're part of some different programs with like gaming. If you want to talk about that a little bit more, like I think you're part of Gamerized
Yeah.
and
Oh,
So I'm part.
nice.
So 8-bit streamers is the
yes,
team that
okay,
I created. It worked well on Mixer when we transferred over on Twitch.
and they
Everyone,
removed the
whenever,
teaming, yeah.
everywhere else. So like it's really 8-bit streamer is just part of my brand now. Uh, but then Gamerize is a social media website for streamers and content creators, musicians. They have a lot of DMCA free music on there that you can use for your content, and it's basically picture Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube all into one location.
Oh
And
wow.
it's just like this great resource for everyone. And when they were on Mixer, they had integrated where you can broadcast your stream onto Mixer. But it's not like you're restreaming. Is they're just if they're chatting to you on Gamerize, that chat was going to show up into your Mixer
It
chat
was
box.
it was almost like a browser extension or something like
Yeah,
or a Twitch
yeah,
extension is
pretty much
the best
that.
way to put it.
And then they had put so much money into Mixer, and then they shut down, and they were crushed.
Oh,
So
yeah.
like that, they weren't even thinking about Twitch at that time. And when they closed, they're like, okay, now what do we do? So they
So
don't
they're still
have.
around?
Yeah, oh yeah, they're still
Okay, I was
around,
gonna
and
say
they're
I
still
hope so.
yeah, they're still around. They're still growing, and I used to stream on Mondays on their channel.
That's what I
And
was gonna say. Is I was
yeah,
like, oh my
yeah,
gosh, I
I
can't
used to
believe I
do it for a
forgot.
while, and then I was doing something. I think it was I was starting to refocus all my streaming focus back onto my channel because like I had to reduce my schedule to 3 times a week. So I didn't. So if I would have had streamed over there, I wouldn't have had time to do stuff on my channel. So I'm like, I took a break for a while on the Gamerize thing, but I will return to them eventually.
Okay,
But
I
for
was gonna
now,
say.
yeah. But for
Well,
now, because
mhm.
I'm the only retro streamer over there. So and then I was also part of on Mixer. I was part of a team called the Mixer Vikings. And
Okay, that I remember a
when we
little bit
did the
of.
shutdown, we transferred over to Twitch and we
Oh,
became Viking Unleashed. But like in that team, I was the only retro streamer as well, so I didn't really fit in because everyone's playing first person shooters
It's
and they're
such
playing
a
game. Yeah,
niche community.
it
yeah,
really
because like a
is.
lot of people are
Just a
playing like
means.
Rocket League and Fortnite and what else were they playing? Uh, what's all Warzone
I
and
feel
all
like the
the
main
like
battle royales is like I
yeah,
feel that's
pretty
what
much.
everybody goes to.
Yeah.
And I mean, you
So
did
so
PUBG for
they're
a
able
while.
yeah. So they were able to play that together, but I'm a retro streamer. So I'm really out I'm on a team, but I'm really working for myself. So I'm there supporting them, but they can't really support me back because we don't have anything in common.
I was gonna say, so how do you
Mm,
work around that? I
makes
feel
it tough.
like there's definitely, and I think that's something people will say. Like a lot of people will say, if you're looking for growth, stick with one game,
Yeah,
and then eventually they get burned out, and you see it, and then
yeah,
they continue to kind of sputter out. Whereas for you, you're aware of this, and you're kind of still working with it, like and
yeah.
navigating it. I guess how has that hindered you sticking with a specific niche that you're passionate about, and how has that helped you as well?
Well, the only reason why I'm sticking to it is because I'm just in love with retro. There's so much games that have already been produced, and every day there's a game that was considered new that just falls under the retro category. Like for me, I think it's like if the game is about 15 years old or the console that it's for is no longer in production, to me that falls under the retro category.
We're gonna have to wait a
It's
few
like
years for you to start playing more Switch games, is what I'm hearing.
pretty much. Like the Nintendo Wii to me is now considered a retro console. They don't make Wii stuff anymore.
They do
That's
make
So
Wii
crazy.
games, actually, I think, for
do
one
they?
more year, Just Dance,
Oh,
because they
just
had a
that.
contract.
Oh,
So if
Mm.
you
okay.
go into Walmart, you can find
Yeah,
a brand new
yeah.
copy.
Well, it's like Mario Galaxy. That's a
Such
retro
a good
game. Same
game.
thing for especially Mario Galaxy 2, even though it's newer, it's still considered a retro game because the system that it's on is discontinued.
Miss Jellybean says,
Mm.
here for Sebby.
Yeah. Hey, Miss Jellybean.
Welcome,
Yes.
welcome.
Yeah,
That
Miss
gives you a
Jellybean.
lot of options to game though.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, like in retro, especially for the Super Nintendo, that's my favorite console. It has all the genres you want. You have shooters, you have RPGs, you have uh what other
Shooters,
platformers.
RPGs, side
Yeah,
scrollers,
side scrollers.
Metroidvania, like
Yeah.
you've
Like
got
it has
everything.
yeah, it has it all. It has horror. Like when it comes to Halloween, I always find games for Halloween stuff. So I'm playing Dr. Frankenstein, I'm playing Castlevania, I'm playing Zombies Ate My Neighbors. So I'm playing games that's like in that theme. And then there are Christmas movies like Home Alone, which anybody can be world record for. Very easy to do.
So here's a question I
Oh,
have for
nice.
you. Have you ever, and this is kind of controversial, have you ever played ET on stream? Like
On
the
stream,
game
no.
that almost ruined games for everyone.
Uh,
Have you ever played
Sadly,
it?
I almost bought a
I know where some copies are.
Atari Classic that had it, but then I'm like, am I really gonna play Atari that much, or is this just gonna be collecting dust? And I didn't go for it. But
Mm.
I would play ET on stream, and people would be like, why isn't this guy swearing yet? Because I don't swear.
I was gonna say you are the coolest cucumber when it comes to it, because like I think
Yeah,
Yak and I especially, we've both had our like breaking moments where we're like, you know
yeah,
what, we're done. I'm walking
yeah.
away. I'm gonna go call my therapist right now. I'm setting up the signal. Like we're gonna have a little chat.
Yeah.
I get very excited.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like I watch people playing the game getting over it, and that game is very, very frustrating. Have you guys heard about that one?
Oh, this game. I'm sorry. It took
No.
me a
Yeah.
minute. No,
So
bro, you've seen this. You've seen
it's a
this.
guy in a pot with a hammer, and you have to climb a mountain. And people had started are getting so frustrated that they started a challenge. It's called a no cursing challenge, and
That
they tend yeah, and they tend to fail that challenge. Like, well, I managed to beat it. 14 hours of playing, and yeah, I didn't say one bad word yet. And
That's
oh my
oh.
I even fell from the top of the mountain all the way to the bottom. And once we're at the bottom, I'm like, well, we're at the bottom again, so I guess we get to climb it once more.
Yeah,
oh
Nautical
my
Yak is my
gosh.
true blue in real life brother. Yes, check out SebbyG13. Check out my bro, Nautical Yak. Well, Yak Man now. You
Yeah,
might have
yeah.
known him as the former name.
Yeah,
That's oh, that's awesome. I mean, you've been able to like work that in your favor because I feel there's a lot of individuals out there who are struggling. They're like, well, if I stick with this, people aren't gonna watch. People aren't gonna stop by. I
yeah,
feel the smaller the community, the closer knit and the more personal it gets, and the bigger it gets, the harder it is to be there for everybody.
yeah.
Like especially with
That's true.
doing mental health and then like having retro streaming and working on graphics and having your DMs open and doing all that like it can
Yeah,
be a bit of overwhelming, but it's passion work and that's what I think makes it the most fun.
Yeah, I was trying to go like, away from social media and stuff, and then you got me into streaming, and now like I have to be all sucked
Oh
up in it,
man.
and it's like, oh my gosh, dude.
yeah. Yeah, like constantly putting out content on all the platforms.
I was gonna say, so like the other thing is, what is your secret for that? Like, how do you? I feel like you've consistently done it smoothly. I tried doing it for a week, and then
Yeah.
obviously I had some things happen with mental health. But like, I burned out. But you do it consistently, like it's. But then again, I think you said at work you have a lot of time,
Yeah.
so maybe
Yeah.
maybe
Yeah.
that's
At
what
work.
I'm not seeing.
Yeah, at work I do a lot of like that's where I do my editings and that's where I do all my clips and I do a lot of my recording like for TikTok and stuff at work, but I'll sometimes do it at home, but I have more time at work. That's where I get my idea. But I have to stop. Yeah, I have to like change my mindset when it comes to posting on TikTok. Is when I post it, don't post it on TikTok right away. Like look at it, do some editing to it first. Because normally
Yep.
I just record and as soon as it's done I press send.
I feel there's always
Oh, sure, I got you.
Yeah.
sometimes you can get that one and done and it just goes
Yeah.
viral and it pops off. But I feel
Yeah.
especially with TikTok, you definitely want to be intentional with your content.
Yeah.
Because I've made that mistake with some audio things and like I was like it could have done better if I just changed this one like 1.7 second part here.
Yeah.
Like
But I
I
think
just
what
know.
people but I think what's gonna probably blow up on Twitch is something we don't really sorry not on Twitch, on TikTok. It's something we don't see yet. Is the retakes. Like no one is posting videos of how many takes it took to get to that one video. And I think
Oh,
that
right.
yeah, like I've seen a lot of videos where it's like it's just perfect, but how many takes did they take before it was perfect?
See, that's the
And
thing is we have the videos of how they made it, but you as you said, we don't have the process on there. And I think that's something someone I follow a lot and I highly recommend if you want to grow as a person and as a content creator, check out Gary Vaynerchuk or Gary V is what he's known as. And his big thing is he's like, yeah, we hear all the success stories, but you know what they don't tell you is where they started in their parents' basement and they were like working on a clothing brand or something and this is their first mistake or whatever they did
yeah,
and it took them this many times and like I don't know, I enjoy watching like documentaries or videos on here's what I did, here's where I'm at, and here's where I'm hoping to go, and just watching the process.
yeah,
Like I
Yes.
I think I don't know, I think especially with like speed running, like you could
yeah,
easily almost make videos where like you're showing that process
yeah.
of this many times and then it splits from 2 to 3 to 4 to like 152 tries and then that 152th try Sevy G nailed it, broke a world record, like
Yeah.
Ninja's calling him right now to congratulate him. Like, bravo,
Yeah.
bravo. Thank you so much
Well,
for the
that's why I
question.
prefer watching speedruns live over than the
Oh,
one on
man.
YouTube because there is you're watching that process live and you're not watching the end result.
You're kind of
Like
participating
It's
in
like
a
a
yeah,
way
sports
when
game
it's
in a
live.
way.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, yeah. Well, it's like that process is like the amount of times they fail is where it's at because you're seeing what they're doing wrong.
it's
Right. I
true.
see you there, bearded. How you doing, bud?
Oh man, but that's I don't know. That's what I love to see, and I think that's another thing for streaming is getting in the mind of, whoa, I just spent an hour and 19 minutes watching this streamer, and I was supposed to be working. Like,
Yeah,
why did I do that? And asking yourself that, and how can I put that into my content? And I feel like, as you said when you first started, you had a very different mindset, and like that has completely changed. I mean, I guess I
yeah.
never got to see that side of SebbyG. Will we ever see that side come back? I don't
Probably not.
know. Hopefully not.
Probably not. No, I'm all about. I've always like grown since I was a kid. I was always there to help anybody that needs it. And like at school, everyone knew that if they needed help, SebbyG13 will be there to help you. Just ask him. He never says no. Even if I should say no, I still don't say no. I'm just that type of guy. Like even if I know I can't do it, I'm still gonna attempt to try to do it.
Well, yeah, I think you're always you never back down from a challenge, and I think that's definitely helped you, especially in the community. Because one, like I feel like I don't know, like you're considered like almost the smartest person in the room, where like people can just ask and come to you, but like
Yeah,
you're always looking to learn. You're always looking to learn. You're
yeah,
never gonna back down, and I think that's definitely gonna keep helping you push and
yeah.
grow with your
And
community on Twitch.
yeah, people ask me like, "How do you do this?" And I'm like, "Oh, I got you, fam." And then I go on Google and I'm looking how to do it.
Such a great resource.
Yeah,
Right.
Like
yeah.
just Google
It's
it.
like you could have done that step, but you're asking me to do it, so I'll do it for you, and then I'll show you what I learned from Google, how to do it. I'll even give you the links to do it, but I'll show you how to do it.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, though, I think like having those resources and learning that makes you a valuable asset in the community. Whereas, like, when you
Yeah.
first start out streaming and you have that, in my opinion, I consider a negative mentality. I know I did, where you're just like selfish and you're like, well, I don't want to give away my corporate secrets, even though every other streamer is doing it for free. But
Yeah.
then you can become the reference person, and everybody wins, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think Sebby, you could probably attest to this too. And if someone's asking you to look something up and you do it, that's a chance for you to learn something new too. Like
Yeah.
I,
Exactly.
I always kind of enjoy doing that too. If someone comes to me and they're like, "Hey, how do you do this?" and I'm like, "I don't know." Well, shit, give me a minute. Let me look it up. And then I'll do my research and I'll come back and be like, "Well, according to this on Google in this day in 1982, the way they resolved this was." You get into it and you learn something new. I
Yeah.
don't know. I've always enjoyed picking up new things.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
one of the things I love about streaming.
it's because it's also something you wouldn't have done. You wouldn't have looked up yourself anyways because you probably never knew about it. And
Right.
and then when you
That, yeah,
learn, and then when you realize how easy it is, you're like, oh, I could do that.
yeah.
It's like speedrunning is so I do the Mario 64 16-star speedrun, and it has a very difficult backwards long jump in there where you basically clip
Oh,
through
I remember watching you
yeah,
do this, and I
yeah.
was
So
just
like
like, I can't do it. I can't.
yeah, so for a
Oh,
while like I had that mentality like I can't do it, and I googled like I was looking for answers like how do you actually do this, and it was always the same thing. You do a forward long jump, you hold down, and you're smashing that A button to keep backwards long jump. But it never actually told you exactly how to do it. You had to do it yourself. And once I learned how to do it, I'm like, wow, anyone can do this. You just have to pick up your controller, hold down, do the long jump on the stairs, and just smash that A button until you get enough speed to go through that first door. It's always the first door that's the hardest because you have a limited amount of stairs to do it from. The second set of stairs, which is the 70-star stairs, where it's infinite, that's if you want to practice that trick. Once you get 50 stars, you can open that first door, go on the infinite stair one, and practice there. And once you go all the way to the top, because you can't make it up there until you get 70 stars, if you can do it that one, you can do all the other stairs, and it's just that simple.
that's
That's how
Nice.
I practice.
insane.
I used that infinite stairs to practice,
You
and it
heard it
took
here
me
first,
about
folks.
2 weeks to learn, like to nail it every time.
That is grinding
Yeah,
to conquer your video game, but I love it. That's
yeah, yeah. And there's some clips that I do in the game that is very simple. Like the first star I get is the chain chomp one, and uh, the way you normally do is you go to the chain chomp and you smash on his wooded thing
His
to
peg,
free
yeah.
him to break the cage. Well, I saw a guy speed run it playing the drums. Like every time he hit a thing, Mario would move,
What?
and
What?
he
Like
did
the
this one.
Donkey
He
Kong
did
drums?
yeah, no, not Donkey Kong.
Oh,
Rock the rock
the Rock
the
Rock
Band?
Band
Oh my.
drum
rock band,
set?
yeah, the
No
rock band. Yeah,
way.
he beat Mario 64 using the rock band drum set,
Oh,
and
jeez.
the way he got that star is he picked up the first box in the first world in the Bomb Battlefield, and he goes to the corner of the chain chomp, and then he ducks and pushes Mario into the cage. I'm like, if he can do that with a drum set, I'm sure I can do it with a controller. And I tried it. The easiest clip you'll ever do. And once
Oh
you
my
do it, you
gosh.
don't want to do it anywhere else. It's very simple to do, and
Hmm.
yeah, it's pretty great. But when I saw him, like he beats that game a lot quicker than I do on a controller. Like my mind is blown. Yeah, he even does the backwards long jump on a drum set, and I was like, how? How do you do it?
Wow.
Can we get a drum roll?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Like the thirst and hunt for knowledge is
yeah,
insane when it comes to like I feel like any way that you can make something like it's under that mentality, play smarter, not harder.
exactly.
Like,
Yeah,
oh,
and then the latest game that I did learn to speedrun is Mario Odyssey, and that one was really
Hmm.
fun to learn. Mario Odyssey is such a great game. And right now, my current best is an hour and 36 minutes. And then I have the game beaten. But there's no clips, anything in there. It's like a straight run, 124 moons. But
I think I've
Like,
seen a few of
Dang.
the snippets
yeah,
there, and it
yeah.
took
I do
me
do.
like I think 20
There are some
hours.
clips I actually do. Well, it's not a clip; it's a skip. I do a lot of skips, like the moon skip, where you have to jump on the Sphinx head to get to the top instead of doing inside the cave.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that one
Hmm.
took me a while to learn, but once you learn it, you can't unlearn it, and that's great.
I feel like if you ever apply to a job, what kind of skills do you have? Just list of Twitch clips
Yeah,
of all these speed runs. Like, we need to
yeah,
have this guy in the Pentagon or something.
yeah, for
He
sure.
knows his craft.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh, Sevi, what I was gonna say, like in all of that, and like with all the streaming, like your passion is obvious, and like your dedication to helping other streamers because that's just what you want to do. Like, what is the number one thing that you learned that probably hit the hardest that you wish other streamers knew that they wouldn't have to go through, or an obstacle that you overcame if you
yeah.
haven't run into anything like that devastating?
Hmm. Number one thing that I would think is uh like stream for others. Don't stream for yourself. Like be the entertaining. Like try like a lot of people are like, oh, I don't have a camera and I don't have this and I don't have that. You don't need that. All you need is your voice. Uh Learn like if I know for me it's I do struggle sometimes because I am very shy in person. Like if you met me in person, I'm the guy in the corner petting a dog, like at a party. That's the type of guy I've
Yes,
always
that's the
been.
guy that's winning.
Yeah. But when the camera turns on, I become like a professional person. Like even at work, I speak my mind and stuff. But that's only because I have a uniform on. So when I stream, it's the same mindset. And like uh, a lot of people don't like know the real me. They know the streamer me, and that's the person like that's trying to be as entertaining as possible. But when I'm helping other people, there's the real me. And but like don't go in other people's channel and try to self promote. Hang with them and they will promote you because you're hanging with them. You're showing that you're a supporter. Like streaming isn't about yourself, it's about everyone else. And eventually those everyone else will support you back. But don't go in people's stream and be like, hey, come check me out. No, they're not gonna check you out. Let the streamer that you're watching tell people to check you out and why they should check you out.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
what
that's some
I'm
great
hearing
advice.
is
That's some
ask
great advice.
not what your Sebi can do for you, but what you can do for Sebi.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You should
Yeah.
make that on a shirt.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Yeah.
That'd be amazing.
Oh man, there we
Yeah.
go. We're gonna start a merch brand. We're gonna Sebi, I'll hook you up once the borders finally open up again.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, this COVID thing. I need to go back to Disney.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
real.
it's been a
Oh my
while.
gosh.
But yeah, but yeah, streaming is like, there's the struggle, but as long as you keep like the right mindset and you stay clear away from follow to follow. There's a lot of streamers like I've noticed on TikTok too. There's like a lot of them that
Oh my
are
gosh.
are trying to say that
TikTok.
I'm here to help you, but the hidden message is you got to help me first to get
Yeah.
big. It's like the
Just
partner.
comment, just
Yeah,
like, just
yeah.
share it, and
Put
I
your
will
link.
follow you back.
Yeah, yeah. Like I did a TikTok about that sound that says the follow for follow
Yes, I saw
a
that video.
sound. Yeah, where he says like all right, follow me and then I'll follow you and then like everyone that follows you and
You
they'll
do
follow
my
you back.
taxes, I'll do your taxes back. Like,
Yeah.
very, very nice individual, apparently.
Right?
Yeah, but now there are more and more TikToks coming out that's like saying those people are scamming you.
Yeah,
And even those ones are starting to look like the old ones now because there's just so many saying like all these people are trying to scam you, don't follow them, follow me instead because I won't do it to you.
yeah. Well, it's the
Like,
scammer mindset of like what they end up doing, and I've met some individuals like it's a
Oh,
business. They will set up an account, get it to
yeah,
10K, so it gets in the creator fund, and they'll sell the account to someone because it's
yeah,
easier to sell an account that has an audience and a platform already made than it is to do the work yourself. And so you just
yeah,
use that
dirty.
one sound, and then you pay for a few bot accounts. It blows up, and so
yeah,
like it's unfortunate. So that's the thing. Don't
Sad.
pay your way to what you think is success.
Right. Right.
Like, honestly, organic growth, spending that time getting to know people that you truly enjoy, as opposed to just putting yourself out there and paying for empty follows. Like, when there's someone that comes into your stream, like even Jellybean here, I was like, I'm here for Sebby. Like, they came in of their own accord and they made that choice because they know Sebby. They
Yeah.
know who he is and what he does and what he's about. And when you can find yourself a community that is that loyal, that is that caring and understanding, like it's the greatest feeling in the world, and that is
It
something
is.
you can't put a price on.
Yeah.
Like my
And like
boy Bearded.
yeah,
I
like
see you.
if you want to
Lemon
be a
Silk
successful streamer,
recruit.
stream.
Yeah.
Like, and you're already successful because there's a lot of people out there that want to stream, but they just don't have that mentality to stream. They're like, I want to start streaming, but I don't know where to start. And then they find the wrong
Today.
videos. Yeah, like they find the wrong videos. So if you want to be a successful streamer, like Gopon said, stream today.
Yeah, because I believe that's how
And
we
see what
met.
happens. Maybe you'll be like me and you'll have 0 viewers for a while, and eventually your first viewer will show up, or you'll be
You
like my twin
can.
brother and have 14 views and 5 followers on the first day just showing off a video game to his brother.
Yeah, you don't know until you try.
Right.
Like it's
You won't know what happened. Like, because you're probably already, like, a lot of people are already part of a community, and if you're afraid to stream, well, start streaming and you'll see that that community that you're a part of is going to support you.
yeah,
It's like that.
Indeed.
I think Jellybean is a great example because I've been me and her we've been part of many communities together, and when she did her first stream, I think she sat about 10 to 12 viewers, and she was surprised. Like she was really shocked. She got like she did pretty well on her very first stream, but that's because she, just like me, goes in people's stream and starts chatting up and is active in those communities,
yeah.
and that's like the best way to do it. Just be active in people's
That's how
communities,
we
and
met.
yeah,
Was
exactly.
via
Well, yeah, we
Cause and
joined.
Treble.
Yeah, thanks to Treble, and thanks to that streamers network, no, Mixer streamer network. Is that what
Mixer
it's called?
streamers, yeah. Like I can't
Yeah,
remember. Like
Mhm.
it was a Facebook group.
yeah,
Obviously, it doesn't exist anymore. I myself
yeah,
pulled out of it. There's just so many different communities and things to do. I would
yeah,
rather stay small and work my way out than be in a big funnel and just screaming out into the
yeah.
Antarctica or what
But
have you.
yeah, like for a while, that group was like all about like growing as streamers,
And organically.
and then as soon as the Twitch takeover happened and
Oh,
everyone went over to Twitch, it became a follow for follow group.
so toxic.
Yeah,
If you're in
Oh
it, I
man.
don't mean to speak ill. That's what I saw. That's why I left.
yeah,
And I know for a lot of people that was mentally taxing. We talk about that. Lekka talked about that in the last podcast. So I mean,
yeah,
uh, if you want to learn more about that, be sure to check out previous episodes. We're not that's not going to happen with Twitch. So what we're saying is stick with Twitch, find
yeah,
community, do what you love, and in the end, you'll find success.
yeah, for sure.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I always like in the back of my mind, I always thought about going to Twitch, even when I was on Mixer, because Twitch had that retro category. But now that I am on Twitch and I'm on that category, it's like there's so many retro streamers now on Twitch, because all the ones
Mm,
from Mixer went to Twitch for the same reason. So it's like a competition.
Yeah,
But
very much.
I like to go through that category, and I've met so many good retro streamer.
that's
Like
the nice part.
like some of them are there are some toxic retro streamers out there, but most of them, like if you're playing retro, you're not toxic in my book, because you know good video games, like you know the classics,
I
and
think it
it's
just
just
sucks the hate out of you because you're mad at the
yeah,
game and not the people.
exactly.
Right.
Yeah, like doing the same
I
jumps
think
over and
so.
over again because you keep messing up at that one spot, or there's always a Goomba waiting to kill you.
Yes. Oh my
Right.
gosh.
Goomba.
Savvy. Oh my gosh. It has been such a pleasure to have you on here. And just hear kind of your story and how you came and like I've
Yeah,
been wanting to do this for a while. I'm just glad to have you
yeah,
here. Where
yeah.
Indeed,
can
this was a fun
people
one.
yeah, where can people find you? Where are
Well,
you,
you guys
Savvy?
can find me here on Twitch, SebbyG13. I'm the only SebbyG13 on Twitch. There is a alter ego that I created called Mr. Lonely 305. He's everything that SebbyG isn't. He wants all the follows. He says he'll follow you back, but he doesn't. He
He's that
he
kind of streamer.
yeah, he used to have 10,000 account, 10,000 followers on Twitch, but Twitch deleted all the bots account and they all disappeared.
Yeah.
Poor guy.
I mean,
But I don't
yeah.
feel bad for him.
Yeah, there's
Hey,
12 bad Sebbies.
so this Monday, at 6 p.m. Eastern time, well, 6:20 now, p.m. Eastern time, I am running a Super Mario World speedrun on the Retro Gaming Live TV. The event,
Nice.
they're doing a retro ton speedrun marathon here on Twitch. It's happening right now, actually, at the Retro Gaming Live TV. It's happening all weekend. I think it's happening all week, but my time slot is this Monday at 6:24, I think it was, p.m. Eastern
Monday,
time.
6:20.
Nice.
Yeah.
Be there.
They're giving me 14 minutes to beat the game. I could do it in about 13. So it's gonna be a great
Dang.
time. Yeah.
Tight leashes. I like it though.
Yeah. Yeah.
Gonna have to
I've
try
been
to get into that.
practicing for like the last couple weeks. So it's gonna be a great time. Great time.
Oh my gosh, yes,
That's awesome.
absolutely. We will
Yeah.
be dropping those socials on the podcast as always. Stay
Perfect.
healthy, stay awesome. Check out SebbyG. Check out Yakman, my true blue in real life brother. And don't forget to review us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify. Let us know what you think. Send us your questions if you have questions you want to learn about for streaming. We'll get you connected with Sebby or whatever other streamers. We got you. Have a great weekend, everybody.
See ya, guys.
Bye now.
Bye. Yes. And that is how we
We
podcast
well.
people. Turning out great. I might continue streaming. I don't know yet. I'm still debating. Cause and Trouble, thank you so much for that resub. Lemon Silk, thank you for being here. Recruit. Ms. Jellybean.
Well,
Absolutely.
I'm gonna let you go, bro. Love you, man.
Yeah, love you too.
Get you around.
Let's see. Yeah, I got Bender to keep me company and my good slime here. Yeah, sorry I got here so late. No worries. I mean, it's been a crazy week. A lot of people have been wondering what I've been up to and what's been going on. And I'll be honest, like a lot of people were like, "Yep, we're getting back to regular stream schedule." And then this entire last week, everything changed. Uh Literally Monday I had work, Tuesday I had work, and then Tuesday within 24 hours my manager was like, "Hey, do you want to go to Minneapolis for work? I know they're still deciding the court case going on right now, and we have no idea what's going to happen." Well, I don't have any hours, so it was that or I had no work. So obviously you got bills to pay and things to do. Yeah, it was a fantastic stream. I love having Sebby on here. Sebby is a phenomenal guy. Like I met him via one of Causing Trouble stream back on Mixer back in the day. Awesome. My second interview, I have not had it yet. It's literally for sometime this next week. I sent them the times. They haven't responded to me back, or excuse me, they haven't responded back to me yet. I think they're gone for the week because it is like a Monday through Friday position. So, but I mean, everything seems good. Like literally, this next interview is meeting the boss of the plant and like the co-owner, which is a little intimidating. And getting a tour of the shop and seeing what I would be doing. So I mean, yeah, Guppy Brain on. You've been so busy, Treble. Yeah. Love everybody as well. Like, I just love the community. I love the energy and vibes that Sebby brings. Like it's just so wholesome, so positive. And Cause and Travel bringing in all the dancing and retro and disco. Like the new scene you have is amazing. Normally I have my green screen hanging up here. I kind of took it down. I've been cleaning. Like these closets back here have been filled with work supplies and everything. I just haven't taken the time to clear out. So I'm hoping if I get this job, I can send everything back, and eventually we're probably gonna have my cats in here. Only when I'm streaming though. Otherwise they might destroy my gaming chair and other things because they got claws. But yeah, how's everybody doing? How's it going? Sebby, thank you for being on the show. I really appreciate it. I know with like the different time zones or like people having different schedules, it's always hard. I know Treble, eventually we're gonna have to get you on the podcast as well here. Just with like your scenes and your theme. Like I feel like there's so much that could be said. There's so many people I want to get on this podcast. And we can only do so much time. Yeah. Cat cam. Dang straight. That is the plan. Actually, we do have a second camera right over here that we have for VR. So my goal is to eventually get the cat tower over here so that way people can see the cats. We need a treble podcast. Oh my gosh. Treble, you totally knew that. I know we talked about it a long time ago, but then life got insane. I know, I'm aware. And that's why we try to keep it down to an hour, and I try to be respectful of people's time because it's hard. Like, well, especially with me for work this week. I did the one stream. I think we streamed Monday, and then nothing happened Wednesday, and then I did like a 20-minute stream from the hotel room, and now we're back here on Saturday because it's something I can commit to. But if I get this new job, it's literally Monday through Friday, 6 a.m. to 2 p.m., which means I could be home by 3, streaming by 4, or what have you. And it's only 15 minutes away. This last week, I drove, I think, over like 16 hours on the road, and then I was headed back in Minneapolis and stuff. So it's been like crazy. Kid Mess, so good to see you. How are you doing? Do you like my slime? This is a slime. It's what's called a Metley, actually. It's like the metal version of this slime. It's from Dragon Warrior Monsters. I gotta find some more Dragon Warrior Monsters friends. If any of you have those or Dragon Quest, let me know. But yeah, and then it'd be Monday through Friday, and and there's room to grow. There's room to like get promoted, and honestly, like they have the option to work overtime on Saturdays if I want to. I have not. Is it like based off of the Dragon Quest slime, or is it something else? I've seen it around and I haven't done it. I might have to do that. Yes, perfect schedule. So that's the goal. That's the plan. I've really missed streaming. I've missed everybody. I think something that we're gonna start doing though too is some like private Discord streams with just the community itself. I don't know, but reminds me of what he looks like. Ha ha ha. I was gonna say like I don't know. I literally since I was like 16 since I was like 16 years old, I always wanted the slime from the game. And it's a Japan like only thing. They don't make them in the US because it's not as popular. Whereas in Japan you can find them anywhere. And so I talked to a guy on Twitter and I saw in his picture he literally had like a king slime and all these other slimes surrounding him, over like 20 different slimes. And he's in the US and I was like, "How did you get those?" He's like, "Well, I haven't been to Japan, but I got them from these sites and they were legit." And so I'm like super happy. Good slice of anime though. I recommend. I'll have to check it out. I don't know. Maybe that, or maybe I have to check it out in the Discord. But yeah, it's been a hot minute. I have to go through and change a lot of panels. Oh no, I've disappeared. I'm gone. I'm gonna have to. I think because we're in the Discord, I'd have to like end stream and then come back because of how the camera works. It's a real pain in the patut for all this. Let's see here if I can't. Let's go back. I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna hit up somebody who's not gonna be on. I don't think Base is gonna respond to me, so we're gonna keep the video call this way. If Base shows up, Base shows up. Uh, so whenever you start stream, like you have to start Discord first in video chat, and then you have to turn on OBS. Otherwise, OBS will get the camera first, and there's no camera in Discord to get. So you can't get everyone's beautiful faces, and we want to see everybody's beautiful faces. Um, yeah. But yeah, Cat Mess. Hope you're doing good. I think we lost audio. You lost audio. What? Audio should still be here. Is it not working? Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Hello, hello, hello. Is that just me? Is audio not working? It's good for you. I think you might have to refresh it, Treble. I'm not sure what's going on. But yeah, I hear you. Thank you, Sebby. Okay, I was gonna say like if you can hear me, I don't know what the sign language is for it, unfortunately. Like I know call me and that's about it. Um, doesn't always work well for me. But yeah, like I plan on setting up shelves and getting all my pop figures up that I want to display. Like I had this here. I wanted to show Sebby G. Like this was signed by the voice actor for Bender, Jake the Dog, and Zog from Disenchanted. Such a good Netflix series. No worries. My computer's acting like a fool. No worries. I always like to know. I'm doing all right. Thanks for asking. I'll say, Catmus. I know you've had a lot going on, so thank you for being here. I'm glad you're here. I hope things get better for you. Yeah. This has been a rough year for everybody. Holy guacamole. Like so many changes going on and things, and I'm trying to keep sane and everything too. I don't know what I did, if it was just driving, but literally like turning my head left or right, like I had a bunch of pain like right here along my neck down to my shoulder. And I don't know if it's just from stress or if it's just from travel or what is going on. And yes, make sure you check out all these fabulous people. What is that cool smiley guy in the background? So this is a slime from what's Dragon Warrior Monsters. It is from a legitimate video game, so it's similar to Pokemon. I never played a Pokemon game growing up because I had this. It was a game for Game Boy Color called Dragon Warrior Monsters. Your sister gets captured by monsters after you read like a bedtime story, and so you go into this. Out of this dresser comes this monster called a Wadabu, and he controls portals, and so you get teleported to this world. And your goal is to get your sister back, and you have to fight all these monsters and befriend them, similar to Pokemon. And you kind of become the best like monster master out there. And eventually, it ends with you like finding your sister and going back home, and then it kind of ends with like them watching you as you sleep. So you're like, is there gonna be a part 2? And there was. It was great. Yeah. Is that a pog? I need them. I don't know. I've debated making this like an emote just because I love them, but I feel like not a lot of people are familiar with them. Honestly, like it is one of my all-time favorite things. Let me see if I can't pull it up for you. Let's see. Dragon Quest, Dragon Warrior monsters slime. But they're just cute. They're like little look, brain drops. Hey, GoPom, mommy, I want that Pokemon game. GoPom, we have Pokemon at home. That's essentially it. But I mean, I loved it. It was one of the first games I ever bought. So like Dragon Quest was you as a warrior fighting, and then yeah, there's so many different games of it. Like more people know it as familiar to that, but like you have the different family slime, NES, Super Nintendo, Game Boy, and iOS now. What? I'm gonna have to look this. Wait, do they have this game? I'm gonna have to look this up. I didn't realize it was on iOS. If it's on iOS, wait, this is the game I want. This is the one I played as. This is a slime. It's a beautiful creature. I love it. And I think they were made by like a mixture of magic and potions. And that was the first monster, and then they started breeding with other monsters. I feel it was more natural than Pokemon. But I mean, Pokemon's a bit outlandish too, and so is this game. But it was one of my all-time favorite games growing up. I played this for literal hours on end. Well, technically the second one. I wanted to get every single monster. There's like 352 of them. And so I would spend hours because we lived in the middle of nowhere once chores were done. And I plugged it in because we had an AC adapter, so I didn't have to use batteries. And I kept the game running, and I would leave it running overnight. And my goal was to like do it without saving much. And then one day the game crashed, and my brother hit it with his foot, and I was so mad. So I had to start over from a certain degree. But gotta catch 'em all, Pokemon. No, Dragon War monsters. But yes, slime plushies are like the most adorable thing ever. So like they're super hard to get though. Honestly here, like this slime here, just soft vinyl, like $28. I have the link to my blindfold Mario Bros. 1-for-1. Yes, if you want to hit me up with that on Discord, so when we release the podcast on Monday, we can get it in. That would be fantabulous. But yeah, like look at this here, like $20. It's not really worth that. It's a lot more, but it's. So I've been looking. There was a vendor at an air show I went to, but like I would love a large one, but I'm like I don't want to pay $60. Oh, hold on, I'm sorry. I'm like geeking out over this stuff here. Okay, this would have made my childhood. This would have made my childhood right here. I tell you what. I want as a huge beanbag. I believe there is. Like, if you go to Japan, there's so much more. I think I have the website on here. Let me see if I can't pull it up. Like, if you want to get one, this is you can convert US dollars to yen. Let me take a look quick. Let's see. Dragon Warrior Slime Beanbag. Let's see images. Oh my gosh. This could be you. They even got Totoro. Yeah, Banana, Snorlax. Oh my gosh, there's a burger bed. I don't know. Should we get this? Hold on. What? It's a real thing. It's a real thing. Oh my gosh, this might be a new part of the stream. 25 memes get your day started off cozy. Oh my gosh. The shark. This is, oh my gosh. I should get this for my sister. To have another kid, I should totally get this. Oh, Pinterest. No, you won't pull me in. Stop it. But I mean, these look pretty dope. Like this is adorable right there. It's got the handle. You can grab it. Oh my gosh, this is what I think that's what the new stream's gonna be. Honestly, we're just gonna look at slimes and beanbag chairs and stuff. But like, oh man, I start looking at these things and I really want them. Like, I actually have some slime refrigerator mags. I may post it, but they have a legit slime controller for like Nintendo Switch. I saw. I can't afford it. Aww. But let me see if I can find. I swear it starts with an A and M. No, I'm not sure. If I'll post it. I'll post in the Discord if people are truly interested. But you can. There are slippers. There's a lot of different things where you can buy them and they're legit and it's straight from Japan. It takes a few weeks There's not much for shipping, but I've never been anywhere in the US where they have these things. Like, it's super frustrating. It's all I've ever wanted. But I finally got some. Like, that was my birthday gift to myself this year with everything else going on. And so I was like, I've spent the last like 10 years looking for this. The only way I'm gonna get it is I go to Japan or order from it. And I think his name is like King Slime or something, King Slime 219 or something on my Twitter. But that's where I was able to get this. And like, I don't know, if you pull this up to the camera real close, we could do a stream this way, and this is all you would see. I would just leave it up. And speaking of lonely, get out of here. What do you think you're doing? Want to become famous? Buy followers on blah, blah, blah. No, we're not about that. We're about organic growth. We just talked about that in the podcast. What is wrong with people? Get your act together. Oh, I don't know. Maybe someday we'll make that as like a goal or something. But my whole focus is on getting this new job here. So like, what this new job would be is I would be like cutting labels and things for a big like paper plant, and then like stack them and stuff. Mod on X Games fast mode. Yeah. Oh man, there's so many things though, but like I'm super excited for this job. Plus I'll be like physically active, and like I'll be getting a workout, cuz like, can you lift 40 to 50 pounds regularly? Not really, not right now. But if you give me the chance to grow and learn, I definitely can. So I'm super excited for this new venture. If it all works out, but I believe it will. My fingers are really crossed. I have a friend on the inside who put in a good word for me, and I put in a good word for him. So I'm like, I'm hanging on to it. I'm hanging on to it. Living on a prayer, living on a hope. Let's see here. Who do we have? Who do we have that's like, oh gosh. I do too. Like I so desperately want to I don't want to move again. I do not want to move again. I've moved like 5 times in the last like 5 years, and I am just so done with it. I'm so done with like, I think that's why I'm so anxious about it, is I feel like I'm always in this like these phases of where I get a job, I have to move, pandemic happens, it was out of my control, but I'm like in this state of like fear that if I don't have a job or like things don't work out, I'm gonna have to move or do something because, you know, bills, rent, and that sort of thing. And it's troublesome because everything's on me. Everything is on me. I don't have like extra resources or what have you, or significant other to like fall back on. I mean, I can move back in with my parents, but it's just not the most ideal situation for what I want to do. So like we're hoping, and yeah, I think it's gonna happen. I'll keep everybody posted if it does. I think we'll do like a celebratory stream. And then for my other job, I'll have to be like, bye bye. Why? Because I don't want to travel and have my schedule change every 24 hours, so I can't stream. Yeah, I don't blame you. That's hectic when stuff isn't certain. Exactly, and that's why I'm taking my time and just saying, hey, I'm not putting in my 2 weeks, or I'm not doing any of this, or telling my manager I'm looking for it. Because one, I know it's not their fault, and two, I know they can't do anything because I've literally been submitting like, hey, I'm using my PTO because there's no hours, or we're short hours again. If my coworker wasn't in a car accident, I wouldn't have had any hours this week, and I probably would have been streaming. But it's just so stressful. It is very stressful. So I've been talking to my therapist a lot more this week, but it's been all good and all positive things now. So I'm super excited. And my friend, like I knew from growing up back home, works there. So I was like, it'd be nice to reconnect with him and work a job again. We worked back in fast food, believe it or not, at an air show. Um, and we both worked at different stands or whatever. But his stand made donuts, and so every morning I would go visit him, and I would get free donuts. And super nice guy. So I'm excited, Lemon Silk. It's big things happening, lots of changes happening in the world, but we're gonna make this year our year. We're gonna rise above the darkness and make it light again. Can I get it? Oh gosh, I'm not gonna go down that road. Oh man, I feel like I'm getting all Southern gospel over here. But I think we're gonna end it here. I think we're gonna wrap things up. I gotta eat some food. I gotta adjust my stream. There's so much going on. I'll come to ASU and you can have my job. I don't know. Is it a good job? Uh-oh. We disappeared again. Base is gonna be like, what is going on? I'm sorry, Base. Base, if you're watching this, I just need to do this. I know you're not gonna be here. You're gonna be super confused. I swear I didn't try calling you. Oh man, I don't want to move again. That's my whole thing. I'm just so done with it. And I'm close to family too in the Yak. Like we had pizza yesterday. It was great. Let me refresh this quick. Construction rip. I mean, for workouts and stuff, I'm down for it. Yo, Packer Doge. Boo. Ah. Oh man, we're wrapping things up. I am Gope. I'm a mental health streamer here. We just wrapped up a podcast with the one and only legendary SebbyG13 retro streamer, friend, and content creator here on Twitch. We'll be dropping that I think by Monday. I'm not sure, as I said, depending on work and things go. But we always try to do it soon, and then the video will be up about a week later. We do have that being made. We're currently uploading videos. Uploading videos takes forever. Let's see here. There's so many amazing content creators and people that I know. Let's go stop by the one and only Wabba Streams. Hope you have a great day and night. Good to see you. Always love your energies. It's motivating. Hey, glad to hear it. My community is what honestly keeps me going, and if I can make a difference in somebody's day by my darkness bringing light to someone else, that's what I'm all about. I feel good, and I hope you all feel good too. Because don't forget, you're freaking awesome. You're gonna nail it. You're gonna kill it. If life has gotten bad enough now, like, and you've survived, it can only move up from here, and you're just gonna be stronger and be smarter, gonna be better, and you can look in the mirror with confidence and be like, that dude, that guy, however you identify, is freaking awesome. Treat yourself, love yourself. That's what we're all about. Okay, we're gonna go stop by Wabba Streams. They're playing some Cattails. And they're a mental health advocate here as well. Another amazing content creator. So let's go stop by and say hello. And I hope to have the schedule set up next week. As I said, with everything going on with work, may not happen. Follow Twitter. Follow on Discord if you haven't already, and we'll keep you up to date on that as it happens. Otherwise, as always, stay healthy, stay awesome, take care of yourself, and we'll see you next time. And don't forget to say goodbye to Larry. Larry's gonna send you off with a hug, okay? All the Larry hugs. All the Larry. Great time!
Awesome. Yo, what? Hello? Gompom, what the heck, dude? Bro! What the heck? Yo, Gompom, thank you so much for the raid of 5. How's it going, mate? Thank you so much. Welcome in, raiders. Welcome into the mental health talk space and queer safe space. How are you all doing? It has been a hot minute. How are you? I'm doing so well, mate. How was your stream? Welcome in. We do mental health Mondays here. We do stream raiders. We do Wednesday D&D.